All right, James, so can you give us a quick background of who you are and where you're at today?
Yeah, so I'm mainly known for doing study with me live streams here on YouTube. I've been studying a lot for the past year or so. And I've mainly just worked to help other students feel less lonely and stay motivated during the pandemic. My YouTube channel, and I just have a small community where we just kind of hang out and study and take breaks and do other stuff. So I'm just kind of interested in studying and self-productivity. I'm really interested in Japanese. It was my first love in academia, stuff like that. So yeah.
Japanese was like one of the first things you dedicated to studying?
Yeah, it was definitely the first thing I studied first. Like in high school, I wasn't that interested in computer science. I'm a computer engineering student. And yeah, I wasn't that interested in CS or like math. The only thing I really liked was Chinese and Japanese. So
what were your inspirations like to the language?
Well, of course, like I grew up pretty socially awkward. Not too many like friends and not too much family. So I spent a lot of time watching anime with my cousins as a kid. So that's definitely what introduced me to Japanese culture. Since then, I've really grown to love Japanese. It's just like a really pretty language, and I find it really fascinating, like how beautiful it can be sometimes, even though it's not very efficient. Yeah, and I just really, yeah, it's just really beautiful to me.
So you've been studying Japanese since high school, or was there a point where you decided to study?
Yeah, so I like played with it in high school. I was in Chinese at the time, so it's kind of weird to be studying both languages. But independently, yeah, I was studying Japanese. I learned hiragana maybe like in 2017, so a little bit ago. I didn't take it very seriously for like maybe a year and a half before I would study like an hour to an hour and a half after school every day. And I would do Japanese from zero with George Trombley. And yeah, I did that for about a year and finished like the first 4 textbooks. I think they're on like 5 or 6 now. And then I did some Genki and Mina no Nihongo, and then yeah, after that I started doing more AJAD stuff.
So when did you discover AJAD? Was it around the time that you just started?
Let's see. Yeah, I was trying to remember the timeline of this. I'm pretty sure, well, I found out about Matt versus Japan because I'd been watching George Trombley's videos, and he actually made like a bunch of videos bashing Matt and like the entire immersion method in general. And
I think that both of them had videos like bashing each other.
Yeah, they both had beef. Yeah, and I kind of wanted the whole picture, so I like looked into Matt more, and he's kind of like less, professional looking than George Trombley's whole like series and books and stuff. So it was kind of like interesting to see the dichotomy of like just this dude in his bedroom versus like this whole production studio. I think he's in Vegas and like all that. And yeah, I just kind of like believe in the immersion method blindly, and it's kind of just now I just switched to AJAP after I found out about Matt.
I see. Was it kind of instant, or did it take some videos to kind of join immersion?
Was there a specific video?
Yeah, I was at the time I was working at a call center, and we had a lot of downtime, but we couldn't like watch YouTube videos or anything. They're all blocked. All we could do was like Google stuff and read the Google results. I was like hella bored, so I was looking how to improve my Japanese method, and then it was like, oh, this Matt versus Japan guy keeps on coming up on like these language forms, and yeah, that's when I kind of learned more about it. I will say, I think Matt needs to organize the information a little bit better, because it's definitely hard to get into, at least AJADing as a beginner. There's like a lot of terminology and stuff that you need to learn, and it can kind of be overwhelming. But yeah, I have a lot of respect for Matt and everything, for sure.
I guess Matt's content as of late has been going a lot more towards having organization